Welcome to my channel, guys. Right now, we're just doing a whole bunch of preliminary videos. We're just testing out our ability to get in front of a camera, to try to relax, and to let a little bit more of my personality shine through. It's so intimidating to do this, especially when you're someone who has in the past not allowed yourself to be visible in this way. So I'm still trying to fit inside of this new identity. And I have some moments where things just seem like they really flow. And then sometimes I just feel so tense. But you saw I just took a deep breath in and out real quick. And on this particular video, I really wanted to that's what I wanted to talk about. It's like, I have no idea what it is that I'm doing. I don't even know why I started this channel other than the fact that I was sitting at work one day about 2 weeks ago. I don't know exactly how many weeks it's been. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I posted my very first audio reflection. And guys, if you have not checked out my audio reflections, I really find a whole lot of value in those. And so if you have not listened to my audio reflections, don't sleep on those. I do drop some nice gems inside of those. So, anyway, I got the inspiration to post my audio reflections and then got bold enough to record a video and post. And so I've advertised myself on my YouTube page. So some of you might have, subscribed to my channel from me doing that. Some of you might be my friends. Some of you might be my family. Either way, if you only knew if you only knew what it took for me to take that one small step forward, put myself in front of a camera, and then post on a YouTube page. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of guts. And I take my hat off to all of the fellow content creators because y'all make it look so easy. And it's not that it's not easy, like to sit in front of a camera and talk. But it feels hard when it's something that you have not done. I don't have a studio and all of this really neat technical stuff. It's just me. Even this little microphone, like, I'm going to be buying a better microphone because it makes a difference to just have my phone recording. If I'm able to switch it to studio, which I can do with the audio reflections, but when I'm just doing the videos, I haven't been able to improve the sound. So I have to use this microphone sometimes, especially if I'm in a big room like this, or I'm in my living room. So anyway, as you can tell, this video is probably going to be more or less a ramble about where I am and where I'm headed. And it's not where I hope to be, where I wish to be. It is where I am headed. Because again, I know if I continue to stay true to what I'm doing, if I keep showing up, even if it's a little bit raggedy in the beginning, I'm going to get better at it each and every time. And we all have evidence of this, right? You've learned to drive a car for the first time. Many of us have. And when you first started driving, you were not that good at it, okay? If it was anything like my children, like, sometimes I would just tell them to get out. Just get out the car. Okay, just get out. That was horrible. I even told my last two kids, I said, y'all better go to driver's ed because I'm not teaching y'all to drive. Nope. I'm not the one. Because I'll be telling them, get out. Just get out. Don't even worry about it. That was horrible. Bad mom, right? I know. I know. I was so cruel back then. I'm a lot better now. But you keep showing up until one day you doing it like you've been doing it your whole life. And so that's what it's going to take for me. And I apologize if I'm switching from one hand to the other. You're probably going to hear the scratching sound of me switching this thing from one hand to the other because sometimes my left hand gets a little bit tired. I have to move it to my right hand. I do apologize. Y'all stick with your girl. I promise you I'm going to get better at this. I promise you the content will get better than this. And maybe you think that this is good. Like I think it's good too. I don't want to downplay what I'm doing right now. I'm new. I'm really raw right now. I am really, really in the raw. I don't have anything scripted here on this particular episode. I haven't planned anything out. I just said, I'm just gonna get on here and I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna let some things fire off. It's no different than when you're beginning a writing process and you just start writing stuff. You don't really know what you're gonna say, but you just start writing. Well, that is what I'm doing in this video. I'm just gonna post it. I'm gonna post it because again, I want to document my journey. I want to document where I was and then where I'll be. And I'll be able to look back at these videos and smile and be proud of myself because, again, we didn't wait. We didn't wait for things to become perfect. We didn't wait until we knew how to do it. Like, come on, guys. We have to start where we are, right? We have to start where we are. And so I'm going to test out a topic, okay? But to do that, I'm going to have a little bit of story time. So I told you guys in the video that I did, let me think of the name of the video. The video I did was called Why Did I Think I Needed to Shrink? That was the name of the video. Why did I think, or why did I believe I needed to shrink? And in that video, I talk about a relationship that I was in for almost 8 years. If it wasn't 8 years, it was almost 8 years, where I had to basically operate in this relationship hidden, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I had to hide, and I had to shrink, and I had to play a role I thought I'd never play. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want to hear more about that, I am writing a book about this experience, Mr. What It Could Be, the cost of ignoring what is for the promise of what could be. Um, my You saw how I was hesitating there. I'm shooting for the fall. Okay, definitely before the end of the year. Um, I've experienced some freeze response with writing that book. I'm like right at the end of the drafting part, and I hope when I hit the microphone, it probably sounded horrible. I do apologize. But I'm at the very end of the drafting of this book, and I've experienced a little bit of freeze because the storyline is based off of my experience because you know I didn't want to, I'm not telling my story. I'm giving you some experience of my story, okay? I ain't telling all my story, but enough for you to get the point. And so you'll get to experience it if you purchase my book. Again, coming out in the fall, maybe the winter, but at least before 2026 is out, okay? Got to get through some of this freeze response. But anyways. So I tell you about this relationship. And one of the things about this relationship that has taught me a lot, this individual used to do a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of, but that action, it was lacking. But see, I was so caught up in the illusion of what I wanted it to be that I did not allow that very important information to give me the heads up on what actually was this thing was headed nowhere and fast. And that action was already showing me the story because a person can talk all they want, but their behavior is going to tell the truth. Well, the same thing applies to us, to you, to me, to everyone. You see, when we talk about manifestation, when we talk about materializing our desires, there's a whole lot of us talking about what we want, talking about what we are going to do one day, but we're not behaving like individuals who really and truly believe what we are saying. We're just doing a whole lot of, and we're not taking the action. And so the universe does the exact same thing that I eventually did, that you probably have done if you found yourself in a situation where you've been waiting and listening to somebody running their mouth. You eventually get real tired of this person talking about what they want, talking about what they gonna do, and see them not taking any action. And you turn the other way. I feel like that's what the universe does. It's like you're saying a whole lot of stuff, but where's the action? Where's the action? You're going to think you're going to just sit somewhere and hope and pray and wish and do some affirmations and vision boards, and you're not going to take any action? That's not how the universe operates. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. Now, like I have mentioned in the video that I did before this one, where I said, I almost quit. You don't need the action to be anything monumental, okay? It doesn't have to be this big leap. Small, incremental actions. You know what that does for you? That builds evidence, which builds confidence, which solidifies you in that new identity. Without that action, you just running your mouth. You like that person that said they want to lose weight, but the way they're eating says, no, I'm good with the weight that I am at. Okay. You like this person was who said that she wanted to be a coach, but she was just sitting. She wasn't taking any action. She wasn't doing anything that said, I'm a coach. Okay. Well, I won't say anything, but we was sort of in that safe space. We really wasn't doing a whole lot that stretched us beyond our current place. I'll say it like that because I've been doing a lot of personal inner work, okay, on myself. I've been my own coach for many, 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 many years. But as far as me stretching myself beyond my comfort zone, that is where I was lacking, which is why I've allowed myself to be exposed in this way on YouTube for the entire world to see. Even if the entire world is only a few of you, I'm happy to have you. Thank you so much for holding space for me. And so the moral of the story is, if you want it, what are you willing to do to have it? Because yes, if you have it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, but you got to take some action. You can't just sit there talking about you want it and what you want to do about it one day, and if the conditions are right and perfect, then you'll do it. Nah. What are you willing to do? What is one small action step that you are willing to do right now that aligns you with the version of yourself that has the life of your desires, that is the desired or has the desired career, that is in the desired relationship, that is driving the desired car, that is living in your dream home? What small action can you take right now, not tomorrow, right now? Because there's something that you can do right now. There's something that you can do right now. All right. Okay. All right. Y'all, I'm new still. Forgive me, okay? Give me a little grace. Just give me a little bit of grace. All right. So that's me test driving, having a conversation with you. I'm not going to take it much further than that, but thank you again. All right. So my video got cut off by the alarm, and now I'm kicking the stand. I'm so sorry. All right. But anywho, all right, this concludes tonight's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good night.